due to various governmental um, gaps.
You want to take that question? I think it's more up your alley.
I can answer some of those questions. The social,
Yeah.
see, for example, if you implement this blockchain in the sub-register, so registering the documents, right? So it's the imputability is one of the important factor here. So we can always get this in the sub-register office where we can also register the documents where they can't really manipulate. Okay. Similar way, there are so many other opportunities where we can really think of implementing this blockchain in the social sectors.
Thank you.
So there is a concept called provenance, which is you're talking about epidemics and things like that, right? So if you can find something that's happening and correlate it to something else that has happened, you can start seeing that pattern. So within a blockchain, because these blocks are chained, you can also try to establish provenance of events, and that will help in the epidemic. You asked something else after that? You're talking about corruption and stuff?
Delivery is very inefficient.
Right.
So that is actually, it is now, there is no solution as of today. It is maybe a technological solution, maybe one solution. Another thing is like some rare diseases, like for example, sickle cell anemia, which is, you can, there are points, like you find in tribal areas, you find in this tribal area. So how do you track, can you track that? Or some genetic disorders.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you need blockchain to track it. You need some healthcare application which is smart, and it's observing the appearance of an epidemic in a particular region and continuously looking for it. But in terms of how, say, assets or money is distributed in the system, there are always ways to get around it unless we all switch to electronic money only. There's no way to give cash money from one person to another. So, but it has to be electronic cash that can be traced. I have so much money in my bank account, I pass so much to Naveen, you know exactly. On the side, if you pass something else in black money, you can't trace it in an automated system. Right? So, that problem is still there, regardless of digitization and automation. So if we all move to a fiat currency that's electronic, that's traceable, then that might be actually good. All micropayments for autos, everything could happen and all of that.
And one more thing, like for example, data. Let's say healthcare data. Like now, biggest indicators that we monitor is MMR and IMR. And the infant mortality rate and maternal mortality rate are not dependable. Today, the data what we get, it is not very authentic. So how do we again link it up to the country? Is it possible? That's what my question is. Because today it is an issue. It is a big issue.
So when you put something on a blockchain, somebody signs it. So actually you know the source of the information. That's where the trust comes in. You can see who has certified this information, and then you can do analytics, trusted analytics on that data. So that's where a blockchain sort of helps. You know the source of the information, and the certificates are known. You know who it is, because there is a certificate authority in the system. But you could have a centralized system that you could trust, but you actually put the certificates in there as well. So there are ways to, but yeah, essentially we need some trust in the system. Yeah.
Can we
I would say, unfortunately, as long as you have humans in the loop, there is bound to be corruption. So if you can completely automate the process, you can have the underlying technology as blockchain, but whoever is feeding information into it, if it is human, there is bound to be corruption.
See, with this, I have one quick query. See, I see a lot of benefits with this. Every technology has its.
You have to bring.
Yeah, every technology has its plus and minus.
Right.
So in this, it's a very it's a regular question. How do you look at the or trace the illegal fundings, since things
Illegal
are all
funding.
the illegal anything for, let's say, terrorism, for anything criminal activities, the funding for that. How do you trace that then?
As long as everybody is on the blockchain, you can track it. Sorry, that did not answer your question. I'm not the right guy, I'm an algorithms guy. So if you have technical queries, I can very well answer that. But Sanil was the right guy. He's unfortunately not well, so he is not here today. But you can get in touch with us for your queries, right?
Okay, thank you very much, Neeraj. Thanks a lot for this blockchain detail and implementation. I request once again Dr. Dilip to hand over a token of appreciation to Neeraj.